Good evening, and welcome to tonight's crew call. My name is Jimmy Hayes Nelson, and I am the founder of the crew and coming live to you from Dallas, Texas. This is our weekly crew call. This is where we as a team can congregate, get together, kind of come together to plug back in every week. So if this is your first crew call, welcome. Congratulations. I think it's great that you're plugging in, that you're taking the time to be here tonight, and that goes for everybody that's on this call tonight. The fact that you can carve out some time in your busy schedule to be here speaks volumes. And that's really what this whole business is about. Something we're going to touch on tonight, that it's not about 8 hours a day of having to do this as an extra job, but it's finding those little pockets of time on a consistent basis that really create that compound effect, that slight edge that happen over and over and over again, that's really going to move your business forward. And being here on Monday nights is a big piece of that. Usually we're here between 30 minutes and sometimes an hour. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot of time in your entire week. We're all given the same 24 hours in a day. We're all given the same 7 days a week. So why do some people do so much more with their time than other people? Why do some people just more efficient with their time? It's not always about doing more. Sometimes about being efficient. And this is what we're going to talk about this evening as well. So I'm going to welcome you if you're new. I want to welcome you if you're returning. I'm so stoked that you're here. The first thing we want to get to is recognition. I got some things I want to get to tonight. So I'm going to get moving right here from the top. Recognition. We want to recognize those of you that are out there doing the things that we help you with, instruct, teach, coach. I really do feel like the crew, this team, has the greatest training and support system in the entire network. Now it is up to you on what you activate. What do you do with that? Do you just take that for granted? Do you just listen and say, oh yeah, I've heard that before, but now I need to find something new and exciting? Or do you actually go and implement the things that are being said? It's not sexy. It's not going to be a magic pill every week. It's probably going to be a lot of the same stuff. So if you keep hearing the same things over and over again, and you keep seeing the same people being recognized here, there's probably something to that. It's that these simple, boring little things done every day are really going to impact your business. And instead of spending the time looking for the next thing, I would recommend you do the first thing first on a consistent basis and watch how your world changes. And then what we want to do is recognize those people that are doing the first thing first on a daily basis. And we start by recognizing our volume leaders from the past week. These are people whose personal team volume is between 200 and 1,000. If you're not sure exactly what that means, don't worry. It just means these are the people out there that are helping other people get started, getting products in their hands that are changing their lives. And so I want to give a shout out to those people tonight. The Crew 200 Club: Michael Williams, David Lucero, Mandy Casey, John Hayes, Kim Wagner, Angela Unruh, Malia Kell, Brandy Martin, Christopher Gorman, Jamie Hartman, Deborah Devereaux, and Christy Chalfant, one or the other. Congratulations. That is the Crew 200 Club. Love to see so many new names on there as well. That's really exciting. The Crew 300 Club: Emma Leffler, my second CBC, and Shannon Lee, north of the border, looking all amazing with her big, beautiful smile. So stoked, ladies, to have you join me in the Crew 300 Club, what my second CBC is. Crew 400 Club: Michelle Kellogg, Jack Bailey, and Victoria Wagner. Vic, is that how you? Do I pronounce your last name right? I always feel like I'm doing that wrong. And you're on here all the time, so I should know how to pronounce your last name. The Crew 500 to 999 Club: Kristen, Jamil, Bev, Kobe Linder in combined CBCs, Cherie, Christy, and Dan Kuzity Kuzer. Congratulations to the 500 to 999. And this week, guys, we got a sad, lonely puppy dog that is not pushing the 1,000. And we're going to talk a little bit about that and ways to get volume up. Because really, at the end of the day, that's your business. Volume is business, and volume means that's people using products. Those are lives being changed. These aren't just numbers. These aren't about sales. It isn't even really about commissions. That these volume numbers represent products being used by real people, having real results, and changing their lives. It's the way you have to look at this, and that's what these numbers represent. It's not just sales and charts and who's the shrewdest salesperson. It's who's serving the most lives. And I really feel like that if it's really in your heart to really serve people, that you want to make this something that you want to impact lots of people, that being in that 1,000+ club really is going to be the way to get there, because that just means that's people using so many of our amazing products above and beyond Shakeology. And again, I don't want to get ahead of my lesson tonight, but we're going to touch on that as well. Success Club. We have 2. It is the 9th of the month, and there are 2 people that have made Success Club. 2 months ago, or last month was it? 2 months ago, we had 50 plus coaches make Success Club. The rules don't change. It's still 5 points. Everything else is the same. There's still people that need their lives impacted. And we're going to get to this here in a second. But just take note that on the 9th of, what is this, September? We have, is that right? I just want to make sure I have the right. Yeah, September 9th, we have 2 people in Success Club. On the board, we have 3 through 11. I'll get to this in a little bit. Something new that we want to get to this week. We want to say hello and congratulations to our new coaches. So I want to say hello, and I'm going to mess up most of your names, and so that's great. That means you're new, and that means, and my special spiritual gift in life is messing up names. So if I butcher your name, congratulations. Consider that your present for today, and I will do my best to get it right. And I love constructive criticism, and let me know how to pronounce your name, because hopefully we see your name on here a lot. Raul Cardians, Kim Crosby. I know that name. I know Kim Crosby. Welcome back. Brooke Donald, Rebecca Ortega Hiltz, Michelle Rossman, Celia Cavazos. I have to break things down. Jared Trevino, Laura Zeke. I hope you guys are getting such a kick out of this, right? There's a lot of really fun names this week. Stephanie Swinson, Chase Glukert. I'm going to go out with that one too. Kim Austin, Katie Glass, and Kathy Miller. We saved the most exotic name for the last. But what we really want to do is just say congratulations and welcome to the crew. So excited to have you. So, and in addition to this, and going along with this recognition, we want to recognize our brand new coaches. So let your new coaches to get on this crew call, because I want to give them a big warm welcome here. And we also want to recognize the top recruiter for the week, which this week is Jody Trevino. Congratulations, Jody. You're our top recruiter this week, so that's exciting. So there's something else for those of you that love your recognition, and I'm right there with you, and is we're going to recognize the top recruiter every week as well. So remember, on Thursdays, the first Thursday of every month, those of you that are diamond rank and above will get an exclusive one of these, a go-to webinar with me. We had a great one last week. We got through and knocked out a bunch of questions and kind of did little chiropractic checks for everybody's business, lives, personal development. Just you guys come with me with questions and we just rapid fire them. It's also a great place for coaches to kind of mingle amongst themselves. Some of the feedback I got from the last one was, wow, I felt so much better because I realized that I'm not the only person that struggles with X, Y, and Z. And it was great to hear how other people were dealing with some of the same issues. So that's another reason to get to Diamond, because that happens the Thursday of every month. The third Thursday of every month, the people that have made the Crew 500 and Plus Club that we just talked about for the month, we will do one of those as well. So that's something reason to get to that 500 Plus Club, because we also get one of those hangouts. Note, next week, instead of it being on Thursday as scheduled, because I think next Thursday would be the third Thursday of the month, it is going to be on that Tuesday on 9/17, due to the fact that I will be at Beachbody Leadership. So that will be, so if you know you've made, and Kelly will be sending out invites to those of you that qualified for that, but if you know that you've hit the 500 plus club in the past month or since our last 500 plus call, know that that will be on Tuesday 9/17. This month we have a great promotion, guys. Check this out. You can get Shakeology and not one but 2 Shaun T programs for $140. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 2 programs plus Shakeology for $140. I mean, think about that. Normally those programs I think are like 60 to 80 a piece. Shakeology is what, 110, 120, 130. So if you understand, so it's $20 off the regular challenge pack, but if you just took each of those individual things and go look at your store and figure that out, like, okay, if I took Shakeology by itself and Hip Hop Abs by itself and Rock and Body by itself, what would that normally cost somebody? And let people know the value of the challenge pack that they're getting. This is an amazing deal, and it should be a way for you to help some people get that back to school body, getting back in, get back in the groove of things. Kids are at school, so moms have some extra time at home to get that workout in. It's just a great time of year to help people get started. Remind people that holidays are right around the corner, right? And that, hey, you could be looking smoking by, for that sexy Halloween costume, or family reunions at Thanksgiving, or, new body by Christmas. It's about that time to start thinking along those lines and helping people. That's some great ways to promote the challenge groups and to your challengers that you should be doing on a daily basis as you're inviting people to join you. So these are great, great ways to do this. So hopefully you've already been taking notes, but I wanted to title tonight's call, Activity is Greater Than Results. And what do I mean by that? I want to go and I want to talk about, let me take, for instance, we just came at a Team Cup, right, guys, last month. And on my Team Cup, I had a mix of veteran and new coaches. And I don't know if David Lucero's on this call, but I'm going to brag on him for a second. And David Lucero, new coach. He was in my group, and we had a group text going on. And we were talking about daily activities and what we should be doing every day. And he wasn't seeing any results at first and was getting really frustrated. And I kept asking him if he was doing his power of 5. And a power of 5 is a new concept to you. I'll get to that in just a second because I feel like we can't talk about it enough. And what I kept saying is concentrate on the activities. Don't concentrate on the results. Concentrate about doing those 5 things every day. Don't worry about the results right now. Just trust in the process. But you got to do it every day, because if you miss a day or two, it's like starting all over. It's if you've ever seen Zig Ziglar talk about priming the pump, right? And they're digging for water, and you got to prime the pump and prime the pump and prime the pump. But if you stop priming the pump, that water stops flowing. And especially for those of you that either are new coaches or right now you feel like your business is stagnant and not going anywhere, that means you got a dry pump, right? And you got to pump that pump to get that water flowing. Now, once that water gets flowing, you can keep a nice, easy handle on that thing, and it's going to keep going. Now, you can't stop altogether, because then you got to start all the way back over. But you don't have to work as hard. And I had a former mentor of mine tell me this a long time ago with this business. In this business, at the beginning, you do a lot for a little, so later you can do a little to reap a lot. And now, 6 years into this, he was so right. But first, you have to be willing to do a lot at the beginning and not necessarily see immediate results, and trust the process. So what is the process? The power of 5. Number 1, I'm pushing play. I'm committed to a Beachbody program. I'm committed to being in one of our crew community groups or my own challenge group where I'm committing to a program. So I know what it's like as a coach to go through 90 days of P90X, 60 days of Insanity, 10 weeks of T25, or whatever your program is. You need to be living that, because it's hard to have enthusiasm and share with somebody else something that you're not doing. Does that mean you got to be perfect at your workout? No. In fact, it's such a strong testimony that on bad days, that those days that you can have an opportunity to share, hey, I missed my workout today, or I had a bad day, or I fell off the eating wagon, but I'm so thankful for this support group I'm in. I'm so thankful for my crew family, because I got to correct quickly and I'm back on. Because successful people, it's not that they don't mess up. The only difference between successful people and non-successful people is successful people correct faster. I mess up and have more off times than you do. The only difference is that I correct quicker. There's no time to sulk for a week over a bad day. There's no time to sulk for a week over, oh, I said the wrong thing to somebody. Oh, I might have hurt this person's feelings. Oh, I forgot to follow up, or I followed up too much, or I messed this thing up. It's almost like, and I see this with my son all the time, he has a really quick, he gets over things quickly. Like it's really dramatic initially, right before we came in here. He and I were playing, we were watching a cartoon on the phone. We got to giggling about something, and he like leaned back and smacked his head on the bed. And you would have thought he'd lost a limb, right? Like bloody murder, just wants mom. It's all over. But 5 minutes later, he was off playing with something else. Like he had the power to get over it. And that's what you need as in your pushing play as a coach, whether that's with your business or right now what I'm talking about with your fitness, is the power to get over it. There's no time to sulk, right? It's the reason that you have all this support. You have the Crew Facebook page, you have your sponsor coach, you have the Crew community groups, is because you don't have to feel bad or anything about messing up. We're not looking for perfection. Nobody is. Nobody's going to be attracted to you because you're the perfect coach, the perfect person, or have the perfect body. They're going to be attracted to the fact that, wow, you seem to be consistent with that. What's the secret? Oh, well, I'm pushing play and I'm plugging in to our support community, and they're really helping me out in my good days and my bad. That's number one. Number two, you're drinking your Shakeology every day. Every day. I cannot tell you how many times I come across a coach who's kind of disappeared, gone inactive, struggling with their business, and I get to talking to them and I say, oh, so why are you inactive, or why did you get off your Shakeology? Oh, I have 4 bags sitting at home. Okay, well, tell me about that, because you're obviously not using the product every day. And therefore, if you're not using the product every day, you're not reaping the benefits. You're not giving your opportunity to fall in love with that product. And if you're not completely in love with the product, why is anybody else going to fall in love with the product to get involved with you? If you don't just, I look forward to my Shakeology every day so much, because I know that it's like, man, this is the densest nutrition I'm going to get all day long. It's amazing. And, I tell people all the time, I don't necessarily feel it when I drink it, but I know it if I miss it for 2 days. I completely can tell the difference in my body if I miss it for 2 days. The other excuse I had, Jimmy, I just didn't have time to take down the blender and get the milk and the banana and make these recipes and stuff. I think it's great that Shakeology can be made into pies and crazy desserts and little protein balls and all that stuff. This is what I want from you. This week, if that's you, if you're like, oh, I just don't have time for the blender and to make it all pretty and fancy and stuff. Your mantra this week is wake and shake. You get up, you crack open that puppy or get the scoop, put it in a shaker cup, water, shake it, and just down it like it's a horse pill, right? I'm not worried about the taste. I need this stuff in your body every day for a month, because I want you to see how amazing you are going to feel, how amazing it is in your body. Because when you become addicted to this stuff because of how wonderful you feel and how great you feel, you're not going to you can't help but share it. When I look back at when I started, before there was ever coaching, people used to laugh at me and think that I worked for Beachbody because I wouldn't shut up about Power 90. Why? Because I did it every day and I became addicted to it. Like I love the way it made me feel. And so once it became in me that I love the way it made me feel, I just naturally talked about it. It wasn't about selling, because I wasn't even a coach, right? Wasn't even a coach. I was just so stinking excited about something in my life for the first time that worked, that wasn't just hype. And I need you to have that same excitement too, with your program and with your Shakeology every day and how it makes you feel. By you cultivating that excitement every day, and that only happens if you're doing it every day, you're going to attract people to you, because you're not going to be able to help yourself. It's not going to feel like work. It's just going to happen naturally. You're never, again, going to worry about, am I feeling salesy? Am I pushing something on people? Because it's no different than you went and saw that amazing movie, or you used that amazing shampoo, or ladies, you found that perfect makeup, or, oh my gosh, these shoes or that purse. You've been doing it your whole life. You find something that you're really excited about and you can't help but talk about it. You need to create that within the first 2 things in your power of 5, right? Push, play, drink, Shakeology. Number 3, and this probably should be number 1, but personal development. You've heard us talk about it over and over again, and I can tell immediately, those of you that are doing it and those of you that aren't, just from your post on the Crew wall, just from the way you talk about yourself, your self-talk, how and I'm not saying you're going to do personal development and you're never going to have a bad day in your life, but it will change the way that you operate. It will change how you deal with other people. It will change how you view yourself. And I tell this story all the time, but it's so vital because I can tell you after my 100-pound weight loss, my business still suffered because there was still so much junk in here. I still didn't respect the guy in the mirror. I didn't believe in him. I didn't feel like, why would anybody listen to this guy? Even though physically on the outside I had this amazing transformation story, my business wasn't doing anything because there was still so much baggage and junk in here. And we all come into this business with all that junk because personal development wasn't something that was instilled in us since we were a child, unless you were a very fortunate person that had some amazing parents, but it wasn't for me, right? And so it seemed like a bunch of hocus pocus to me, and it seemed there was effort involved, right? Just like your workout, just like doing the wake and shake in the morning. There's effort involved, but all we're asking of you is 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day. And if you're in a really bad situation where you have, I don't know, a spouse that talks really negative about your fitness journey or this business, or a work environment that's really, really negative, or if you just have people, if you don't have any kind of support around you at all outside of what we offer you as the crew, you need to double or triple your personal development. That needs to be your life. Like, you need to put a personal development IV in your arm. And seriously, guys, this is what I had to do. So I started keeping my audiobooks on my iPhone, right? I go grocery shop. I just became antisocial sometimes. I go grocery shop, headphones in, boom, even in the grocery store. And I had, Tony Robbins or Jim Rohn or Zig Ziglar or whoever I was listening to at the time Darren Hardy in my ear all the time. Even if I was passively listening, I just knew I needed to flood my brain with so much good information that the bad stuff flooded out. Have you ever seen the picture of like the cup? They have like this, it's like the cup, and there's like muddy water in here, and they show that like they have the pure water, right? And then so they just start pouring it in, and you just keep pouring it in, and all that bad stuff just gets flushed out because they're just dumping it in. Think of that as your brain. Right now you got a lot of rotten crud in here, and you just need to overflow it with personal development. If you don't know where to start, number one is the compound effect. We talk about that on your New to Crew webinar, and you can download the audio or get the ebook onto your phone tonight. You don't have to wait for it to be shipped in the mail to you. You can start reading or listening to that sucker tonight. You also have the Success Club tab in your back office. There are no excuses. There's just will you or won't you. That's really it at the end of the day. Will you or won't you? So that's 3, right? So recapping, number 1, we're pushing play. 2, we're drinking Shakeology, even if that just means wake and shake and we're not getting to do fancy recipes. Number 3, we're doing our personal development every day. Mine I do in the morning because I want to start my day with it. Like literally I'm groggy and I push it on here, like boom, it just plays. And it doesn't mean that, again, I'm not always actively listening. It doesn't mean like I'm comprehending everything, but I know my subconscious is. I've also been known to go to sleep with it at night. I got these sleep headphones that go around there like a band because I'm so badly want to change this that I'm willing to do extra to catch up. Because I had 30 years of baggage when I signed up to be a coach. That's a lot of crap in my head that I have to make up for. So extra push, right? It's like doing doubles in your workout. That was for me for my personal development. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Share stories. 3 to 4 stories a day. How do I share stories, Jimmy? Well, you can go on the crew wall and see people sharing their stories. You can go into any of our crew community groups and have people see pictures and testimonies. You can log into your Team Beachbody account and go to success stories and watch those videos. You can go to beachbody.com or you can go to the Beachbody YouTube page or the Team Beachbody YouTube channel and watch success stories all day. 2 things are going to happen there. That can be part of your personal development, your belief system, but you can also share those via social media, via Twitter or Facebook, or even just that if you're out and about and people are asking about this, I can jump on YouTube on my phone and be like, oh, look, check out Susie's results with T25, or oh yeah, check out this Shakeology. But stories. Facts tell, story sells, guys. And you always want to go back to the emotion. Think of what got you to start with this. With what story was it that you heard, or emotion, or what was it that you saw in somebody else that said, damn it, I'm done with living how I was living and I'm going to do this program, or I'm going to take this coaching opportunity on because I want things to change. What was it? Remind yourself of the way you thought before you drank the blue Kool-Aid, right? And what was it that got you over that hump? and focus on that sharing with other people. It's not about knowing exactly why, what the epoch effect is after insanity on why you burn more calories. You learn that in insanity certification if you ever chose to do that. Or the 70 ingredients in Shakeology, or why the ultimate reset works. But if you share the stories of the people who are having results with this, great. Other ways to share stories, your own, regardless of where you are. I don't care if you've been a coach for a minute, that you can share on your Facebook wall, on your Instagram account, or whatever it is that you share with people at work, out and about. Hey, somebody asked, how are you doing today? I just started that P90X thing. I'm on day 2 and I'm really sore, but I'm excited. Have you done it? What a great opening way to start something. Taking pictures of, wow, we made this meal tonight of the Insanity Nutrition Guide. Doesn't it look awesome? That's a great way to do that. Look how simple it was to make my Shakeology today. Just continue to share your life. And what people want to see is your busy life in all its imperfection, and how you're fitting Beachbody into that, because it's a priority. And why is it important for you to fit that in? Why is it important for you in the midst of the kids and the dog and the work and the spouse and the debt and the in-laws and whatever? Why is it important that you went and pushed play today? Why was it so vital that you jumped on that crew call tonight? Why is this stuff important to you? Because people are watching. Why? So why did you sign up to do this coaching thing? Why? And the more we can share that, so 3 to 4 success stories a day, you can share, like I said, your Facebook wall. Everybody on here is on a webinar, so I'm going to assume you're on Facebook, right? So, put down Candy Crunch for a minute or whatever else you're doing, or you don't need to look at the newest Louis bags, ladies or guys. We don't have to check our fantasy team for the 800th time that day. But we can share a story, because by sharing that story, we may be impacting a life we don't even know is watching us. And really, that's what it's about. And then number 5 is twofold. We used to just call it invite, but I've split it. Number 5, if you're taking notes, and I really hope you are, is write down invite/expand. Invite/expand. And what I mean by that is that as you're sharing stories, those people that show interest, that you're giving them the option. Awesome. Would you like to join me on this journey? Don't be scared to ask somebody if they're ready. And if they're not, it's okay. I would really encourage you guys to go back and listen to the call that we did when Clarissa was on. And she didn't really hem and haw with a lot of people that showed interest and then backed off. She was like, great, well, I'm working with these people that are ready now. When you have your stuff together, just let me know, and I'm here. And it wasn't talking somebody into it. It wasn't having the sharpest sales tactic. It was just like, okay, great. Well, I'm working with these people and I'm plugged into these people that have started. Even if you don't have any customers, you are plugged into people that have started, because you're plugged into us, right? We have all started with you. So invite those people. Don't just hope that they know what their next step is. People want to be told what their next step is. Wow, that's awesome. How do you feel by that? Great. I feel awesome. Are you looking to feel better also? Would you like to join me? Oh, no. Okay, great. Well, and sometimes I even ask, so what would it take for you to actually make the decision to start? Oh, I just need to, at least I know. Okay, great. Well, when you get that done, come join me, because we have some really awesome stuff. Maybe I circle back around and that's a person I share a story with again. So that's the invite part. The expand part is you need to be expanding your network every day. The fact that you own a computer and you're watching me, or you own one of these, is you have access to every stinking person in the world just about with one of these, right? So you should be expanding that network by at least 5 to 10 people a day. I could sit here right now and expand my network by 10 people. I could do it 4 times before this call is over. Because I can pop on here and I could go to whatever. I go to Facebook. I could go to the Breaking Bad Facebook page and talk about last night's episode and make 5 new friends. I could go, this is exactly what I did last night. As I'm texting back and forth with Kareem during the Cowboys-Giants game, I'm also on Twitter talking about 500 people or more about the Cowboys-Giants game last night. You're like, Jimmy, well, that's not about Beachbody. No, but it's people that I'm expanding my network of people that know who I am. You better believe if they ever click on that profile on Twitter, they say, oh, and I switch it up all the time. So it says insanity coach, motivational coach, getting paid to get fit. So they'll be like, oh, so what's that about? And I get it all the time. Oh, so we're talking about sports, right? Or we're talking about something that has nothing to do with fitness, but somebody checks out my profile and then they ask, oh, so you do insanity coaching? I didn't know there were coaches. Or you get paid to get in shape? Or you lost 100 pounds? This is all on my profile, right? It's so simple, guys. But you got to be expanding that network, because if you find yourself tire kicking and going back and talking to the same 3 people every day, and you're wondering why your business isn't expanding, there's too many people out there. There's too many people out there that need what we have. And it's too simple to go make 5 new friends to 10 new friends on social media. Does that mean everybody's going to respond to you? If I go on Instagram right now and I search the hashtag workout or exercise and go leave 10 encouraging posts for people, does that mean even one of them is going to respond? No. But if I do that every day, do you feel like a percentage of those people will say, wow, this guy's really cool. Thanks for the encouragement. Thank you. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Sometimes that's all I ever get. It's just a thank you. But I touched somebody's life that day. So that's your 5. And if you will do, so I'm going to go back to what I was talking about at the top with David Lucero. I said, trust me, dude, just do the 5. Just keep doing the 5. And he kept doing it. And all of a sudden he's like, so-and-so on Facebook who I hadn't heard from in years reached out to me today. Oh, I had a buddy that signed up as a coach and didn't even walk through the process. He's like, oh man, he goes, I saw you post something and I went to your site and I signed up today. And he didn't even have to do anything. It's because all he was doing was doing the 5 things every day. You've got to stop thinking and start doing. Phrases like, I'm not motivated. I need to refocus. I need to process this. Those are all bullshit, lie, excuse ways of not doing something. Motivation. I don't have momentum. You create the motivation by doing the activities. Do the thing, the motivation and excitement will come. I've heard Zig Ziglar talk about this before. It's like looking at the fire and say, you produce heat in the fireplace, and then you say, you produce heat, and then I'll throw wood on you. It doesn't work that way, guys. It doesn't work. It starts with a decision. That's the first thing. It starts with you coming to a point in your life where you're like, enough is enough. Am I in this thing, or am I just playing around with it? And do I really want to impact people's lives? Do I really want to get out of debt? And I'm not saying your motivation has to be mine. So it could be any of these things. Do I really want to help as many people as possible? Maybe that's yours. Maybe this is your ministry. This is your mission. That the reason you're in this thing more than anything else is because you love impacting lives and helping people. Then every day you don't do the thing, you're not fulfilling your mission. You're not doing what you were created to do. If you come to me and tell me that the reason you became a coach was to impact as many people as possible, then every day you don't do these 5 things, you're robbing somebody of the very thing you said you wanted to do with this. Somebody didn't hear a story that day. Somebody didn't see you leading by example because I wasn't motivated. I need to refocus. I need to just do it. Just do it every day. And eventually, you don't even have to think about doing it anymore. You see the coaches that are having success in the crew right now. It's become second nature to them. And go ask them if it was always this way. Go ask Kobe Linder if doing these 5 things every day was always second nature to him. They weren't. I remember early chit-chats with Mr. Linder. Not the case. Now he's an elite coach. Go talk to Tulin about when she first became a coach and we talked about these things and whether or not she embraced everything immediately. Go talk to Kristen Washko. Go talk to, I could sit here and list coaches all day long. And these are just names that are coming to my head immediately. Or a brand new coach like David Lucero, who has one coach and has sold 2 or 3 challenge packs, but is excited because the momentum started, and he will even be the first to tell you, I thought the 5-step thing was optional. I thought it was kind of corny at first. But once I got over my ego, quit trying to do my own thing or just hope that somehow magically things are going to start. I started concentrating on the activities, and the results came. And when the results came, the excitement comes, that momentum comes, that motivation that you're missing comes. But it doesn't just quit waiting for that lightning bolt to just hit you that morning where you just, there's the motivation. Oh, I found it. It's in the back of my closet behind the sweatshirt I don't wear anymore. It's not there. You create it by doing the thing every day. And I'm looking at my notes, and these are the things that really hit my heart right before I jumped on this thing. Too many people need help to wait for you to get motivated or for you to process to get started. There are too many people out there. I would also recommend you go back and listen to the call Dave Ward did with us when he talked about the percentages of people that are actually involved with what we do and how minuscule it is compared to how many people out there need us. So many people need us. Don't be selfish by not showing up, right? Treat this like your business if that's the reason you got into this. If you're wanting to get out of debt, if you want to get your time back, if you're like, gosh, I hate my job. I just want the time and my freedom back. I just want to be able to work for myself. I just want to get out of debt. I just want to pay these bills that are suffocating my family. Then treat it like a business. Treat it with that kind of urgency. I need to serve X number of people for me to gain my freedom back and my life back. If I can help X number of people, I can pay this cell phone bill. If I pay X number of people, I can get this credit card debt off of me. Let me go serve today. You got to look at it that way, guys. Power 5 daily. And I'm not asking you to climb a mountain today. I'm not asking you to get off this call and go do 8 hours of personal development and go invite 45 people. It's not 7 apples on Sunday. It's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's not doing max cardio, back and buys, Brazil butt lift, and 2 T25s on Friday. It's showing up and doing your one workout every day. It's not sitting down in the middle of the evening and eating a bag of Shakeology to make up for the week. It doesn't work that way. So don't try to make up for lost time. Just today, commit to you. Don't even commit to me. Commit to you that you do these 5 things every day. And you know what? It doesn't take a lot of time. All I know is our top coach the past 2 years runs his own orthodontic clinic and has 5 children. I'm not that busy. I'm not sure that I know anybody in this team that runs something like that with 5 kids. But what has he done? He's found ways to be efficient with the time he has. Does that mean sometimes you got to get up a little early? Absolutely. I remember when Kelly and Asher came home from the hospital, I started getting up at 4 to do my workouts and my personal development because I knew that was the only time I was guaranteed a quiet house. Did it suck? Absolutely. Did I adjust and become normal? Yep. Did my business continue to grow because of the sacrifice I was willing to make? Yes. For things to change, you have to change. The collective you, me, all of us. For something to change, you have to change. And when I look at those volume numbers, and I look at that there's 2 people in Success Club in the 9th of this month, that tells me we as a collective are not doing the basics. Leaders, you're spending too much time hoping and wishing your coaches would do more when you're not doing it yourself. New coaches, people just getting started, you're looking around either feeling bad for yourself or sorry for yourself or looking at somebody else's stuff or feeling bad because somebody else they got to Emerald first or they got to Diamond in this many days or they got this. Maybe there's something wrong with me. This isn't a competition and a race. The results are going to come at different stages. I can tell you as a coach that's been in this thing 6 years, I've seen coaches that have been in this thing a year that outrank me and out-earn me. That doesn't mean I'm a failure of a coach. That means their rewards just came earlier in that thing. Who knows what the longevity is? Does that mean they're always going to be there? I don't know. But just because they had success doesn't mean success isn't this glass, guys. So success is this glass and this straw. Let's say if it was, and I take a drink. That doesn't mean there's less success for you because I took a drink out of this. Don't look at this as that success is a measurable quantity and that if somebody else got diamond or somebody else sold a challenge pack or somebody else is having success with the business, well, that was less a success for you because they took out of the glass. So that's less in the glass for me. It doesn't work that way. There's enough for everybody if you will do the things. And the more I'm around other successful coaches, and I'm like, oh, so tell me what you're doing. They're always the most boring conversations because it's, well, I'm doing my workout, I'm drinking my Shakeology, I'm sharing some stories, I'm inviting people to my challenge groups every month. Yeah, and what else? Well, then I get up the next day and I did my workout and I did my personal development and drank my Shakeology and shared some stories and invited people to my challenge groups. Yeah, and then, okay, then what else? But what was like the secret sauce? Oh, well, then I got up and I did this. That's it. That's it. And this team has too many amazing, dynamic, amazing people with huge hearts to not produce amazing results. And if you concentrate on the activities, the results will come. You have zero control over how many people will say yes. How many people will yes to that challenge pack, yes to getting in that group, yes to becoming a coach on your team. But you have all the control in the world over those 5 things I said. You can control whether you push play. You can control whether you drink your Shakeology. You can control whether or not you do your personal development. You can control how many success stories you should share in a day. And you can control who you invite and how you expand your network. You know what was so appealing to me about this business is it was the first time in my life that I felt like I had control on what I could do with this business. Everything else I ever did, acting, I could be the best actor that came through. I could have sang the best that day. Doesn't mean I'm going to get the job. Waiting tables, I could have shown amazing service to 10 tables and have 5 of them just decide not to tip me very well because they were just crappy tippers or they were pinch and pitties or they were just cheapskates. This is the only thing where is if I show up every day and do those 5 things, the rewards have come. I am living, stinking proof of it. And you are talking to a 3-time college dropout who's had multiple tens of thousands of dollars in debt with 0 track record of success that was 100 pounds overweight. I decided to show up every day. My question is, will you? Will you on the days you don't feel motivated? Will you on days you don't feel like it? Will you on days that the world goes crazy? If you don't schedule this stuff, it's not going to happen, guys. It doesn't happen by accident. So I don't know what that is for you. Is that 4 a.m.? Are you getting up with me? Are you staying up a little later at night? Are you not watching that episode of Breaking Bad or Monday Night Football? Or DVRing something because you're like, okay. Because all I'm asking is before you hit the pillow, if I was doing anything, I would put on my notes section in my phone those 5 things. And I'd put a reminder on my phone 3 or 4 times a day that says Power 5. And you know what? If I knock it all out before 6 o'clock, great. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go on. But stop thinking, processing, and hoping for motivation. Because it's not magic. It doesn't happen. You have all the tools in the world. If you're a part of this team, you are spoiled in tools and training and support. Straight up, you are. Because I know what other teams do. You are spoiled. So what do? Do you take advantage of all the tools and stuff, all the amazing leaders and that crew wall that you have access to every stinking day, all the support, love, and motivation? Or do you keep looking around? Action, guys. That's my message. That's my message for tonight. I'm going to remind you, for Success Club starters, those of you that are new, there's even more incentives on why, if you're new, to just get started. Do it. You don't have to know everything. Just go get started. Do those 5 things. If you don't understand anything else about this business, the comp plan, the back office, anything, just do the 5 things I said today. Do it for 7 straight days and let me know how things are different in your world. If you don't have something for personal development, this is what I'm listening to right now, The Charge by Brendon Burchard. It's really great. I love the audiobook. You can go straight to iTunes and download it right now if you want to. I download it straight to my phone. Why? Because my phone's with me all the time, and when I can sneak in an extra 10 minutes or something, I pop it on. When I'm in the car, pop it on. When I'm walking to the grocery store, pop it on. Gym, whatever. Like, that's what I do. Have I always done that? No. I had to create that habit. We need your stories. Why? So we can do number 4. The more you share your stories and the stories of the people around you, the more we have a pile, something to draw from, so all of us can do number 4 every day, right? And again, another tool is the New to Crew webinar. Now it can be seen on your mobile device. So as you bring in your new coaches, as we are acknowledging the top recruiter every week, I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe we'll put a prize in there with it as well. Make sure you're sending them to crewtrainings.com/new coach. Maybe you want to take a picture of that screen real quick. That way you have it in your phone, so you're not like, oh, shoot, what was that again? What I need from you is for you to start telling me every day on the crew wall about your power of 5 and letting us know how we can help. Because if you disappear, I had another mentor used to say, if you want to walk, I will walk with you. If you want to run, I will run with you. If you disappear, I disappear. Because there are people that are doing this. So that we don't have time for people sulking in the corner going, well, I haven't heard from so-and-so coach. I haven't heard from my sponsor. Why didn't Jimmy call me? This is your business. Treat it like that, right? Like, you know where to find all of us. You know where to find everybody that you'd ever need a question from. It's up to you to plug in. So I know tonight's call has been a little more serious than normal, but this has just been on my gut, guys. And the numbers and the results don't lie. And I'm going to choose not to focus on results right now. I'm focusing on activities. If you're focusing on activities with me, I'd love to hear from you on the crew wall. I'm going to go over there, ask for feedback from today's call. In the meantime, we have work to do. There are too many people out there that are hopeless, that think things can't change for them, that are ready to give up. And you have the most powerful tool in the world to change somebody's life. Don't be selfish with that. I love you guys. You'll have a great night. I'm so proud of you. Let's go change some lives. Crush it. I'll see you on the wall. Good night.